Right now, thousands of web scrapers are getting blocked. Right now, businesses are losing money because they picked the wrong proxy. And here's the wild part, most of them don't even know why. If you've ever typed static versus rotating proxies into Google and ended up more confused than when you started, this video is going to fix that. You'll know exactly which proxy type fits your project. No fluff, no tech jargon, just a clear decision by the end. So, let's stop guessing. Let's break it down. What are static proxies? Let's start with static proxies. Think of a static proxy like your home address. It doesn't change. Every time you send a request, you're using the same IP address again and again. This makes static proxies perfect for tasks where consistency matters more than anonymity. Think, managing social media accounts without triggering suspicious login alerts. E-commerce account management, where switching IPs constantly can get you flagged ad verification, where you need to appear as the same user browsing from the same location and accessing geo-restricted content that requires a stable identity. The biggest advantage? Trust. Websites see the same IP behaving like a real, consistent user, so you're far less likely to trip security systems. But here's the catch, because your IP never changes. If a website ever blacklists it, you're stuck. One block, and that IP is essentially dead weight. What are rotating proxies? Now let's flip the script, literally. Rotating proxies work the exact opposite way. Instead of one fixed IP, you get access to a massive pool of IP addresses. And with every request, or after a set time interval, your IP changes automatically. Picture it like wearing a different disguise every single time you walk into a store. The website has no idea it's actually the same visitor coming back. This makes rotating proxies the go-to choice for large-scale web scraping, where you're sending thousands of requests per minute, price monitoring and competitor tracking market research across multiple regions, and bypassing rate limits on high-security websites. The superpower here is scale and anonymity. Since your identity keeps changing, it's incredibly hard for websites to detect a pattern or block you completely. But rotating proxies aren't perfect either. Some websites actually get suspicious of IPs that change too fast. Because let's be honest, real humans don't teleport across cities mid-session. And depending on the provider, rotating proxies can also come with a higher price tag. Head-to-head comparison. So how do these two actually stack up against each other? Let's compare them across what really matters. Speed and performance. Static proxies typically offer faster, more stable connections since you're not constantly switching servers. Rotating proxies can have slight latency due to the switching process. Anonymity. This one goes to rotating proxies hands down. Constantly changing IPs makes you significantly harder to track or block at scale. Consistency. Static wins here. If your task depends on maintaining a single online identity, like managing an account, static is the safer bet. Scalability, rotating proxies are built for volume. If you're scraping millions of data points, rotating is the only realistic option. Cost, generally, static proxies are more affordable for long-term single-purpose use. Rotating proxies, especially residential rotating proxies, tend to cost more because of the infrastructure behind that massive IP pool. Detection risk. Here's an interesting stat. Studies on web scraping have shown that websites using advanced bot detection can flag up to 80% of static IP requests if those IPs are reused too aggressively without proper session management. Meanwhile, rotating proxies significantly reduce that risk simply by design. Which one should you choose? Okay, here's the part you've been waiting for. Let's make this simple. Choose static proxies if you're managing social media or e-commerce accounts, doing ad verification, need a stable, consistent identity, or you're working on a smaller scale, long-term project. Choose rotating proxies if you're doing large-scale data scraping, price and market monitoring, need maximum anonymity, or you're dealing with websites that have aggressive anti-bot systems. And honestly, a lot of serious businesses don't just pick one. They use a hybrid approach, static proxies for account management and rotating proxies for scraping and research. Because the truth is, this isn't about which proxy is better, it's about which one matches your specific goal. So, Static or rotating? The answer was never about picking a winner. It's about knowing your task and matching it to the right tool. Static gives you stability. Rotating gives you scale and stealth. And now, you know exactly which one you need. If this video helped you make sense of proxies, smash that like button, subscribe for more tech breakdowns like this, and let me know in the comments. Static or rotating, which one are you using? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.